The Flower Annulment Scripture, a translation of the Avatamsaka Sutra by Thomas Cleary. Homage to all past, future, and present Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Pachika Buddhas, and Shravakas. Book 1. The Wonderful Adornments of the Leaders of the Worlds. Furthermore, the crop spirit gentle, superb flavor found the door of liberation, bestowing rich flavor on all sentient beings, causing them to develop a Buddha body. The crop spirit pure light of seasonal flowers found the door of liberation, able to cause all sentient beings to experience great joy and happiness. The crop spirit physical strength, courage, and health found the door of liberation, purifying all realms by means of all-round, complete teachings. The crop spirit increasing vitality found the door of liberation, seeing the boundless mystical powers compassionately used by the Buddha for edifying demonstrations. The crop spirit everywhere producing roots and fruits found the door of liberation, everywhere revealing the Buddha's field of blessings and causing seeds planted there not to spoil. The crop spirit wonderfully adorned circular topknot found the door of liberation, causing the flower of pure faith of sentient beings everywhere to bloom. The crop spirit moistening pure flowers found the door of liberation, compassionately saving sentient beings and causing them to increase in blessings and virtue. The crop spirit developing wonderful fragrance found the door of liberation, extensively demonstrating all methods of enlightening practice. The crop spirit liked by all who see, found the door of liberation, able to cause all sentient beings in the universe to abandon such ills as sloth and anxiety and to become pure in all ways. The crop spirit, pure light, found the door of liberation, observing the good roots of all sentient beings, explaining the truth to them in appropriate ways, bringing joy and fulfillment to the masses. At that time, the crop spirit gentle superb flavor, imbued with power from the Buddha, looked over all the crop spirits and said, "The Buddha's ocean of unexcelled virtues manifests a lamp which illumines the world, saving and protecting all sentient beings. He gives them all peace, not leaving out one. The Buddha's virtues are boundless. No beings hear of them in vain. He causes them to be free from suffering and always happy. This is what seasonal flowers enters into. The powers of the Buddha are all complete. His array of virtues appears in the world, and all sentient beings are harmonized. To this fact, courageous power can witness. The Buddha cultivated an ocean of compassion, his heart always as broad as the whole world. Therefore, his spiritual powers are boundless. Increasing vitality can see this. Buddha always appears throughout the world. None of his methods are employed in vain, clearing away beings' delusions and torments. This is the liberation of universal producer. Buddha is the great ocean of knowledge in the world, emanating pure light which reaches everywhere, whence is born all great faith and resolution. Thus can a dawn topknot clearly enter. Buddha, observing the world, conceives kindness, compassion, appearing in order to aid sentient beings, showing them the supreme way of peace and joy. This is the liberation of pure flowers. The pure practices cultivated by Buddha are fully expounded under the tree of enlightenment, thus edifying everyone in all quarters. This wonderful fragrance can hear. Buddha, in all worlds, brings freedom from sorrow, creating great joy. All potentials and aspirations he purifies. The spirit, pleasing, understands this. The Buddha appears in the world, observes the inclinations of all beings, and matures them by various means. This is the liberation of pure light. Furthermore, the herb spirit auspicious found the door of liberation, observing the mentalities of all sentient beings and striving to unify them. The herb spirit sandalwood forest found the door of liberation, embracing all sentient beings with light and causing those who see it not to waste the experience. The herb spirit, pure light, found the door of liberation, able to annihilate the afflictions of all sentient beings by pure techniques. The herb spirit, universal renown, found the door of liberation, able to increase the boundless ocean of good roots by means of a great reputation. The herb spirit, radiant pause, found the door of liberation, hurrying to all sites of illness with a banner of great compassion. The herb spirit, darkness destroying purifier, found the door of liberation, able to cure all blind sentient beings and cause their eyes of wisdom to be clear. The herb spirit, roarer, found the door of liberation, able to expound the verbal teaching of the Buddha, explaining the different meanings of all things. The herb spirit, banner of light outshining the sun, found the door of liberation, able to be the advisor of all sentient beings, causing all who see to produce roots of goodness. The herb spirit, seeing in all directions, found the door of liberation, of the mind of pure compassion, able to make beings give rise to faith and resolve by means of appropriate techniques. The herb spirit, everywhere emanating majestic light, found the door of liberation, causing beings to remember Buddha, thereby eliminating their sicknesses. At that time, the herb spirit auspicious, imbued with power from the Buddha, looked over all the herb spirits and said, "The Buddha's knowledge is inconceivable. He knows the minds of all sentient beings, and by the power of various techniques, destroys their delusions and infinite pains." The great hero's skills cannot be measured. Nothing he does is ever in vain, unfailingly causing the suffering of beings to vanish. Sandalwood Forest can understand this. Observe the Buddha's teachings like so. He practiced for innumerable aeons and has no attachment to anything. This is the entry of pure light. A Buddha is hard to meet in a million ages. If any can see one or hear one's name, it will unfailingly bring benefit. This is the understanding of universal renown. Each of the Buddha's hair pores emits light, annulling distress, causing worldly afflictions to end. This is the entry of radiant pores. All sentient beings are blinded by ignorance, with an infinite variety of miseries from deluded acts. Buddha clears it all away and opens the radiance of wisdom. This darkness breaker can see. One tone of the Buddha has no limiting measure. It can open up the ocean of all teachings so that all who hear can comprehend. This is the liberation of great sound. See how Buddhist knowledge is inconceivable. Appearing in all realms, he saves beings there, able to make those who see follow his teaching. This, outshining the sun, deeply understands. Buddha's ocean of compassionate means is produced to help the world, opening the right path wide to show beings. This seeing in all directions can comprehend. Buddha emits great light all around, illumining all in the 10 directions, causing virtue to grow as the Buddhas remembered. This is the liberation door of majestic light. Furthermore, the forest spirit spreading flowers like clouds found the door of liberation, of the repository of the vast boundless sea of knowledge. The forest spirit, outstanding trunk unfolding light, found the door of liberation, of great cultivation and universal purification. The forest spirit bearing branches emitting radiant light found the door of liberation, increasing the growth of all sorts of sprouts of pure faith. The forest spirit auspicious pure leaves found the door of liberation, arrayed with all pure virtues. The forest spirit draped flame treasury found the door of liberation, of universal wisdom, always viewing the entire cosmos. The forest spirit pure arrays of light found the door of liberation, knowing the ocean of all sentient beings' activities and producing and spreading clouds of teaching. The forest spirit pleasant thunder found the door of liberation, enduring all unpleasant sounds and producing pure sounds. The forest spirit, light and fragrance all pervading, found the door of liberation, showing the vast realm of practices cultivated and mastered in the past. The forest spirit, subtle like shining fire, found the door of liberation, benefiting the world by means of all virtuous qualities. The forest spirit, flowers and fruits savoring of light, found the door of liberation, able to cause all to see the Buddha appearing in the world, to always remember with respect and never forget, and adorn the mind of virtues. At that time, the forest spirit spreading flowers like clouds, imbued with power from the Buddha, looked over all the forest spirits and said, "In the past, Buddha cultivated enlightening practices. His virtue and wisdom are thoroughly complete. He has all powers fully in command. Emitting great light, he appears in the world. The aspects of his compassion are as infinite as beings. Buddha purified them all in aeons past, and therefore is able to bring aid to the world. This is the understanding of outstanding trunk. Once sentient beings see the Buddha, he'll plunge them into the ocean of faith, showing to all the enlightening way. This is the liberation of wonderful branches. The virtues amassed in a single pore could not be all told of in an ocean of aeons. The Buddha's techniques are inconceivable. Pure lives can understand this teaching. I recall the Buddha in the past made offerings to infinite numbers of Buddhas, his knowledge gradually becoming clearer with each. This is what Store of Flames understands. The ocean of actions of all sentient beings, the Buddha knows in an instant of thought. Such vast unhindered knowledge, beautiful adornments can begin to realize. Always intoning the Buddha's serene, sublime sound, produces incomparable joy everywhere, causing all to awaken according to their understanding and inclination. This is the principle of thunder sounds practice. The Buddha shows great mystic powers all throughout the 10 directions, causing all his past deeds to be seen. This is where all-pervading light and fragrance enters. Sentient beings are dishonest and don't practice virtue. Lost and deluded, they sink and flow in birth and death. For them he clearly opens the paths of knowledge. This is seen by subtle light. Buddha, for the sake of beings blocked by habits, appears in the world after millions of aeons, causing them to see always for the rest of time. This is observed by Saver of Light.